I'm back with another mukbang, truck bang challenge. Come get you some. Bussin', 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 bussin'. We finna get it in. Bussin', bussin', bussin'. Hey, Kool-Aid. Oh yeah. Bussin', 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 bussin'.
Good Lord.
Bussin', bussin'.
That smoke flavor that you're savoring.
Amen. I'm back with another mukbang. Pew! Hey yo, today we got a beef brisket and grilled cheese beef hot dog. Oh man, and I just got a feeling this gonna be busting. Coleslaw. I mixed it together. We gonna say that. I didn't make this, I went and bought it. It's that Lighthouse coleslaw dressing. I mixed it together and it's pretty good. Go check that out. And then we got some beef brisket. I didn't make that either. I went and got that. I ain't got time to be, anyway. And then we got the Hawaiian rolls with some cheese in the middle of them. So I made a grilled cheese Hawaiian roll sandwich, put a beef hot dog on that thing from Sam's, and I got the beef brisket and the coleslaw on top. And then we got some sweet potato fries that ain't camera ready, so they kind of back here. You probably gonna see me sneak these in my mouth. Hey, I don't know. I didn't soak them. Whatever. It is what it is. They're a little dark. They're a little dark. But we finna make it happen. Coldest water bottle, link in the description. Use Lilgilmoeats as your discount code. You save 10% off your entire purchase. Coldest water bottle. Go get you one. We finna say grace and we finna get it in. Come get you some. Hey man, let's get that thumbnail out of the way before I forget. Hold on, let me see if they. It'll do. Get that. Hey, hold on, let me take it out. I had to get the baskets to hold it together. Ooh, look at that. The grilled cheese bun. Hawaiian roll. Smells so sweet and so delicious. You see the American cheese? Ain't nothing like some good old processed cheese. And they got the beef hot dog and the brisket. You see it? You see it? Yeah. 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 Okay, let's go. Oh boy. I don't know if I can eat both of these. We're gonna see. My jaw's tired already. How y'all doing today? Is everything open steady? Good. That's real good. That's some shit American sparkling water. Strawberry. I need something to drink. Felt like my throat was on strike, boy. With nothing going down it. My tongue shaking. At filming, it's been 1 year to the day my mama passed. I wasn't gonna do a video. I was like, man, because I wanted to do at least 5 this week. In order for me to do that, I had to do one today. You know, I had my mama's voice in my head like, boy, get up and do something. Yes, ma'am. Hey, like I said at the end of the last video, my Venmo and my CashApp information is in the description. So if you want to contribute to the cause, go ahead and drop $1 or $2. I promise I'll buy more than hot dogs. Appreciate you. Like I used to say when I first started, your food is expensive. Gas is expensive. Well, snap. $4? California is $5. Tell me I won't get me no bicycle to go to ooh. I get a bicycle. But in order for me to go to work, I gotta go over like 3 or 4 bridges. It's a cinnamon butter for the sweet potato fry. And I don't want y'all to see. And I ain't going over no bridge on no bike. I'm sorry. I'm talking about a bridge, not little really poop crossovers. I'm talking about a bridge. Causeway Bridge. And if you fall over that, you ain't just hitting water. When you hit that water, you gonna meet your maker. You gonna be like, ah, boom, hey Jesus. Or Peter, whoever, whichever one. I'm drinking too much. But it's hot dog thick. I get that my throat. My throat be narrowing. Is the hot dog swelling up? I guess I got a late start on it. I should have cooked some fish. And that's my mama's favorite food. She like the fish with the bone in it. I don't like fish with bone in it or the skin on it. But my mama eat that fish. You know how puzzles look when you take them out the box and put them on the table? That's how them bones look after my mama get done eating. I said, good grief, we can't put this back together. She said, no, it's gonna take you a few years to do that. I'm talking about even the fish head was clean. She left the head on the fish too. Even the fish head was clean. Eyeball was gone. Poor fish. See, if I eat some fish in honor of my mama, it's gonna have to be filleted. Fish is fish. I'm gonna say, Sam will show you how to eat fish with the bone in it. She won't show me. She don't need to show me. I'm straight. She can show me how to eat the fish with no bones in it. I'm swallowing wood. I can't see big thick chunks of wood. What made you think I'm gonna see a bonefish with one eye? A fish bone with one eye. That'll do it on them sweet potato fry. I was running my mouth on the phone. I just go ahead and tell y'all. I was running my mouth. AJ called to holler at me from hashtag the cannons. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm name dropping. You know what I'm saying? I know big timers. AJ calling me from hashtag the cannon, and we was chopping it up till I had to say, "Oh, I gotta go, bro. I got a video to get ready." But he said, "Okay, bro, I'll holler at you." I said, "All right, you know what I'm saying? I ain't big time, but you know, I be talking to big timers." I was in a live, and somebody said, I need to tell the story about the time I went to jail. But I thought I already told y'all that. I told somebody. But I remember, maybe I didn't, because I remember I was hesitant to do it because I didn't want my daughters to find out. But hey, I guess they know now, huh? It was years ago. 18-year-old Gilmo. When Gilmo had no sense, they had a little bit of sense. Now I remember on that live, so I ain't never get with that girl. And she broke my heart, and I went to doing stupid stuff. I'm lying. Anyway, I was just stupid. It had nothing to do with her. Probably it didn't. Probably. We was me, and I ain't gonna say no name because I don't know when what you call that thing? Statute of limitations over with. I remember because I'm real hesitant to say over these internet airwaves where I went. It wasn't nothing crazy and it had to do nothing. Okay, let me tell you. We was bored at the apartment one night. Me and two of my roommates. So we went over to this girl's house, apartment. And he told me, my other roommate told me, "Man, why don't y'all stay home?" And we didn't. We went over to their house and we parked. We parked like behind the cars on the parking lot. And some cars was behind us, and I was driving. I shouldn't have. That's one thing I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have drove. And a car behind us honked. And we was like, "Man, what they honking for? We just here for a second. We trying to wait for a place to park." And I did like this. So go around. I guess they like the way my hands, you know what I'm saying? Go around. Or maybe they thought I was shooting them off. Shooting them off. I said that. But anyway, then when they went by, they said that N-word. I said, "Oh man." And it wasn't like, "Oh man." It was like, "What?" And we chased after them. And they parked. And they tried to get out the car and run into their apartment. And one of them tripped. So I got out of the car. And like I say, I wanted to see if he was okay. Let me just say that. I bent down and looked at him. I touched on his face a little bit to see if anything was broke, you know. I looked on his ribs to see if I just touched his rib. I just touched his rib to see if everything was okay, and he was curled up. So I said, "Oh, he must be okay now. He ain't gonna say that word no more." And I looked, and the girl was still in the car, and she was shivering like she was scared. I said, man, I just had a bad feeling. I said, she was shivering like you knew something bad happened while I was touching and making sure this dude was okay on the ground. Just making sure he was okay. It was a few hard touches, but I was making sure he was all right. And I got her, and I looked at her. She was on this side. I looked, and she was shaking like to the point she about to piss on herself. If ain't nobody come and help her out soon, she was gonna piss on her. Or maybe she already did. And I got in the car, and I heard one of them jokers say, man, we shouldn't have did that. And I said, did what? He said, man, nothing, let's just go. So we left. And we went back. The stupid thing we did, we didn't go home. We was thinking with the other heads. We went back to the girl's apartment. We was over there about 10, 15 minutes. We get a knock on the door. Doom, 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 doom. What that? Doom, doom, doom. Anyway, and I remember the shirt I was wearing. I had a green and purple and yellow duck head shirt on. I haven't had that shirt on for a long time. And he said, he's the owner of this car. I was scared to even say what kind of car I was driving. Here, I say, yeah, that's me. He said, what's wrong? He said, sir, can you step outside? And I say, okay. I'm in trouble, and I just knew it. I just knew I was in trouble. You know how people get nervous and they bladder start acting up like they about to pee on themselves. My booty got nervous. I'm about to dunk it all over myself. I'm keeping it a bean. I ain't never want to. I ain't never sniffed jail. But I knew I was gonna do something stupid one day. And he was like, did you go over to this apartment? Blah, 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 blah. I said, yeah. I was just making sure he was all right. And then he said, well, where's the Roscoe? He said just like that, well, where's the Roscoe? He didn't say Roscoe, but I hope y'all know what Roscoe means. I said, Roscoe, what you mean? And at that moment, I was like the end of 7 and the usual suspects, everything just started coming back to me. It was a Roscoe in the car, but it wasn't no real Roscoe. So I just knew somebody showed that girl that Roscoe. And I'm like, I ain't finna tell. You know what I'm saying? I said, nah. I said, that's a BB gun. And it was on the floor. On the floor. It wasn't around nobody or nothing. I was like, these Negroes done searched the vehicle and found that, and they was gonna play tough. I said, I didn't have it, sir. Say, you didn't have it? Whose vehicle is it? I said, it's mine. Well, you gonna have to come downtown with me. I said, okay. And one of my roommates was on probation. I don't know how many strikes it was, but I'm pretty sure he would have went away for a long time. But he was a college student. I wasn't hanging around no hood. I finna say something. I wasn't hanging around no thugs or nothing. We was college students. And I went down there. He sat down. He said, now who pointed to Roscoe? I said, I don't know nothing about that. He said, you don't? I said, no, sir. And I said, it was a BB gun. He said, wasn't no Roscoe, it was a BB gun. He said, well, and then let me see if I get this right. Well, who touched up on the gentleman that was on the sidewalk? I say, I did. I'll make sure he was okay with it. And it was a black police too. And I said, but he said the N-word when he passed by. You know, I just told him to go around because we were waiting on a parking space. And the girl, the one that said, the N-word. And yeah, I gotta say, he was running in the house. I figured he had to use the bathroom or something. So I said, man, let me go check on him to see if he wear his pants. He's like, we ain't trying to hear that. I said, okay. He said, if you don't tell me, you gonna have to stay here until you go see the judge. I say, okay. Cause in my head, man, I'm like, it's just a BB gun. It's just a BB gun. You know what I'm saying? And he called me an N-word. Couldn't find out. Did you know, like, if somebody say that to a black person, they violated their civil rights. And if you slap them, I ain't gonna say beat them up. I'm saying if you slap them, they can't do nothing to you. I didn't know that till 3 years later. What good is that doing for me now? I don't know. So he said, we're gonna have to put you in the cell till we can find the judge in the morning. I said, okay. Now this was years ago. This was like 20 years ago. 28 years ago? Dang, I'm old. I'm old. 20. 48, 28. This was 30 years ago. Good Lord, I'm old. God, don't be more careful. But yeah, so I ain't really had no sense. But I'm thinking like, it's just a BB gun. It can't do nothing to me. You know, he called me the N-word. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say nothing to nobody. When I tell you, like the little TV shows where it's bars, you can see out the cell, and be like one or two people in there. If I ever go back to jail, I want to go to one of them compared to what they put me in. I get to the cell, and he's like, okay. I said, where the cell at? Well, this don't look like in the heat of the night. They cells look different. He opened that joker. It was one window on the door, and that's the only thing you could look out of to see the outside of the cell, and you really couldn't see nothing. He opened that cell. He said, "Get in." I got in. I looked. It was about 4 or 5 people in there with the shirts off, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, a 8-bed cell, but it was like 19, 20 people in there. And people had their shirts off, and 2 or 3 people was walking around in their drawers. I said, oh, hell no. I went in there, and I took an immediate left and stood there. He shut the door. He said, you might well have a seat. I said, no, I'm straight. I'm straight. He shut the door. And then he said, we're going to get a hold of your parents. I said, okay. And I stood there in that spot until they came and got me about 4 or 5 hours later. Breakfast had came. So it was late because we got them girl house like 1. Breakfast was served real early, like 6 o'clock. And I didn't want nothing. You sure you want to eat? No, I'm straight. I ain't hungry. And they ain't say nothing else to me. And then the dude came and got me. I said, oh, my mom and daddy here. My mom and daddy here. Thank you, Jesus. I said, 5, 6, 7 hours. That wasn't that bad. I went to the office. He said, okay, call your parents. See if they can come pick you up. I said, huh? What you mean? They ain't here yet? You mean I got to call them and ask them to come get me? Bro, I thought you was going to do that. I was a straight punk. Wasn't nothing tough about me at all. You talking about scared straight? If I was in the show Scared Straight and I was the main character, that something would have been canceled a long time ago because it wouldn't have been but 1 episode. I'm fixed. Next episode, you see me walking around in a suit and tie. How are you, Billy? Hi, Bob. I promise you that. I promise you that. Looking at dudes in tighty whitey drawers and with their shirts off and no deodorant and nowhere to look out. And by saying look out, can't nobody look in. What if one of them jokers would have shanked me? So I called the phone. I called my mom and dad the phone and her phone. Mama answered the phone. She said, DJ, boy, what you done did? I say, huh? What you done did? We got a call from the sheriff's office in Bullitt County, blah, 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 blah. And in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm going to have to catch this. I'm going to have to catch all of it. In my head, like, why y'all still home? Why y'all still home? And I told him everything. And my dad was like, oh, Lord, we got to come get this boy. I say, I heard him in the background. I say, well, you take your sweet time, ain't you? I said, let me fix one of y'all, though. And in my head, I could tell my mama was ready. She was ready to go. She was fully clothed and everything. When they made the call about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, she was ready to come down there. Couldn't think about it. Maybe if they told her I wasn't going to be able to come out till like 9 o'clock or whatever. I mean, they start processing whatever. I don't know. They wasn't here now. And my dad was like, man, whatever. We'll be there when we be there. But I didn't get whippings. I was 8. I don't get whippings. But I was scared, but I was like, I want to go back to this jail and just tell them to keep me here. I thought about them tighty whities. I was like, no, I want to go home. I want to go back to wherever. If I got to go back to Brunswick, I'll go back to Brunswick. And she was like, well, we'll be there. We'll be there when we can. I mean, we'll be there when we can. It echoed in my head, we'll be there when we can. So I looked at them jokers, I was like, man, y'all suckers. You doing this to me? And you walked me back to the cell. And I went it up to the immediate left. Tighty white is all up in the air. And then there was toilets. They using the bathroom in front of me. I like, damn, this ain't right. So I sat there. It was like 6 or 7. I remember it was like daybreak when I used the phone. And I didn't buzz. Then lunch came. I was like, man, where my mom and daddy at? Lunch came around 11. And the dude was in there talking about, hey, young blood, you might well get you something to eat. He probably ain't called me young blood, but you know, based on the past 30 years of the prison movies I done watched, like if fresh meat come into jail, they call him young blood or fresh meat. I wasn't finna be no fresh meat, so I'm gonna say he called me young blood. Hey, young blood, you might well get you something to eat, man. If lunch was a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a little Debbie cake. I forget what the drink was. The drink was probably milk, so I probably gave that away. I gave something away. I said, yeah, let me go ahead and get that. And I backed up to the wall. I said, y'all ain't finna get me. I done seen these jail movies. I done seen these prison movies. You ain't finna take my, what they say in life? You ain't finna eat my cornbread. No, you're not. He said, man, come on here and sit down, man. Quit acting crazy. I said, okay. So I sat down. And he was like, what you in here for? You know, I had to give him a tough story. So I got, well, they charged me for aggravated assault. I said, aggravated assault. He said, what'd you do? I said, it was me and my homeboys and we was outnumbered. So I pulled my strap just to make the odds even. I swear for God, that's what I said. I said it in the toughest way that I could. Me and homeboy, we was outnumbered. So I pulled my strap just to make the odds even. And that dude would say, tough guy, we got a tough guy. And I said, I'm just saying, no, I ain't tough, but I'm enough. I said something like that. I started rhyming like Ice Cube. And and then nobody really said that to me after that. Cause this Negro, he about to have relations did on him. It's like, he pitiful. He is straight pitiful, you hear me? I'm like, what? I don't even remember finishing it. Something happened to my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I probably ate the little Debbie cake because I was greedy. And I went back up and stood next to the door again. I didn't care. I was sleeping standing up. Man, I said, good Lord. And they had a little TV in there, and I was looking at the TV like, such and such come on at 2. It's 2. Such and such come on at 3. It's 3. They gonna leave me in here to teach me a lesson. Legs just shaking. 5 o'clock come. Such and such. That's me. I get out there, I was like, man, I hope they out here. I hope they out here. I hope they out here. I get out there, I don't see them. I say, man, what's going on, man? He sat me down at the desk. He said, we need you to sign this right here. I said, okay. So I signed it. And my daddy walked in the lobby. And he told him, blah, 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 $1,000, blah, 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 blah. I said, oh, damn. That's the only thing I remember. Only thing I heard was $1,000. I gotta pay this back. And got in and called my dad and said, boy, you gonna pay that back. Daddy had to get a lawyer and everything. Went down to the lawyer place. I had to talk to the lawyer. He said, I don't want to talk to you, I want to talk to him. And I mean, what? I wasn't sounding tough. I was still scared. They said I could have faced 2 years in prison. And I didn't want that at all. But I ain't never heard about it again. I didn't have to go to court or nothing. Knock on wood. I get home, I get back from leaving jail. The roommates was looking at me like, you straight, dog? Man, who did it? What happened? I was like, what y'all Negroes doing under my seat? I ain't even say nothing, but and I ain't see them girls again. And my fourth roommate was like, boy, I told you not to go with them boys nowhere. You right, you right. But finna find out, I asked the old classmate about him. I said, whatever happened to him? Where he at? And we Googled his name. A mug shot of him pulled up. I said, what he do? We found out what he did, and I'm not gonna say it on this video. Ain't that fire calling the kettle black? I can't eat that. It's big, man. It's big. I'm gonna eat it later though. It's big. It's big. I should just fish one. I knew I should just fish one. But I wasn't gonna do a video nowhere today. Let me get this hug from you. More of the story is, think with this and not with this. I don't know. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe it. To you guys out there, stay home. Don't let your temper get the best of you. If somebody call you that word, I don't know. You just gonna react how you gonna react. But this was way before. This was way before cell phones and everything. Like most people now, they just take a picture of you, put you on video. But then when you be watching the video, it's like, man, throw that phone at him. Why didn't you just punch him? Why didn't you just punch him? And the reason I didn't show how I made this is because the light over the stove, it helped out my lighting and it blew. And I got to have faith here because her hand's small enough to put a new light in. And so I ain't had no overhead light. That's why. The video would have been worth poop if I had to show how y'all make it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Without struggle, there is no victory. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if this video was too long for you, I don't care. And like I said, if you want to donate to the cause, man, my Venmo and my CashApp, it's in the description. I will do more stuff than hot dogs. I promise you that. I promise you that. Don't forget to check on your kinfolk. Appreciate you, Angela and Cynthia, for checking up on me today. Like I said, this is the 8th today. And everybody who left a comment on my Instagram post, a little tribute to my mama. I appreciate y'all. And hey, let's keep it moving. I'll do better in this video. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay kinfolk.
Bussin', bussin'. You got to trust the Coke Zero.
You know what I'm talking about?
Bussin'.
Say what up, kinfolk.
Bussin'.